Let's run it back with 1999's Air Jordan 15. Welcome back to the channel, and if you haven't already, why don't you hit that subscribe button. Originally released in 1999 and was worn on the feet of, well, not Michael Jordan, because this is the first model to begin the era of no Michael Jordan in the NBA before we learned that he was coming back to the Washington Wizards. So the Air Jordan 15 was worn on Team Jumpman endorsers, such players as Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Michael Finley. So these players were given the Air Jordan 15 to wear on court to promote. The Air Jordan 15 was also promoted within the pages of Sports Illustrated and Slam Magazine. As you could see in this awesome picture of Michael Jordan, the Air Jordan 15, Michael Jordan showing his 6 rings, and here is the new model of the Air Jordan. The Air Jordan 15 would originally come in an abundance of different colorways. One of my favorite colorways in the collection is the white and navy. And the white and navy was the only one that I had in my collection for the longest time. I do not have it in my collection, as I'm not showing one right now. I do not have any Air Jordan 15s in the collection anymore. That white and navy one was in the collection at one point in time, and you could see on the wall here and on my display rack in my room that I had the white and navy original Air Jordan 15. The Air Jordan 15's commercial at the time were promoting the actual players that were promoting the shoe. As you could see, Derek Jeter in the commercial, Ray Allen in the commercial, and then Michael at the end, basically giving them the shoe to promote is pretty much what that commercial is saying. And it's a pretty cool commercial for the Air Jordan 15. Now, when the Air Jordan 15 came out originally in 1999, there was a lot of people that really didn't like the design. The design was actually produced by Tinker Hatfield, and speaking of Tinker Hatfield this summer, it was a rush design. It was rushed to the deadline that he had to produce a shoe for the next season, and he told us that it was kind of rushed, so it's not exactly how he would have liked the shoe to look at the end with the final product. It was in fact designed after a fighter jet, the T-15 I think it's called, or the Z-15 fighter jet. That's where that protruding tongue comes from, and it's not a hint at Michael Jordan's tongue sticking out. It actually came from a design of a fighter jet. I've always personally liked the Air Jordan 15, only in that white and navy color originally, until this summer, talking to Tinker Hatfield and seeing original versions of the Air Jordan 15, especially a good friend of mine, 23BC, he has an insane collection of the Air Jordan 15, and seeing some of those original colorways in hand, I can tell you that the Air Jordan 15 should come back as a retro, not as a basketball shoe, but as a lifestyle shoe. I think the Air Jordan 15 looks better as a lifestyle shoe, as a casual shoe to wear out. But as a basketball shoe, I'm not a really big fan of Air Jordan 15, but it does have some great visual aesthetics to the Air Jordan 15 and looks great as a casual shoe, especially in this white and black colorway that he got signed personally from Tinker Hatfield. I think what an amazing collection he has, and what an amazing person. He actually does some collaborations with Brand Jordan and shows his collection off at certain events. Like I said, the Air Jordan 15 came out at a time when Michael was no longer playing basketball, and we thought it was for good this time because he retired after his 6th NBA championship. We didn't think that Michael would come back, so a lot of people kind of shied away from the Air Jordan 15 at that time and went elsewhere in their sneaker collections, such as Penny Hardaway or Ken Griffey Jr. or people like that. So the Air Jordan 15 was kind of like a goodbye shoe, even though it wasn't. The Air Jordan 15 was, in fact, one of the last designs that Tinker Hatfield did by himself and passed the torch of the Brand Jordan marquee sneaker to Wilson Smith, and Wilson Smith would design the 16 and so on. Now, we have seen some retros over the years. There was a retro of the Air Jordan 15 within the Defining Moments packages, the double packs. I can't remember the name of them. Defining Moments, or the number, whatever, the Calzone pack. I can't remember what it was called. But we had a pair that was a collaboration with Billie Eilish, which I actually like this pair. I think it looks really good. I think the design on the side looks really good. And the new one coming out, which takes away the main feature of the shoe, that protruding tongue, And I think this colorway looks great, but I would prefer it with the original detailing with that tongue that sticks out. What do you guys all think about the Air Jordan 15? Is it time for a retro? Is it time to keep it in the vault? Are you guys not a fan of Air Jordan 15? Let me know in the comments below. I personally like the Air Jordan 15, especially hearing the stories that Tinker Hatfield had to say about the Air Jordan 15. It's great to hear from the guy who designed the shoe, and in fact, it isn't one of his favorites, but I think it's time for a retro. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to follow me on Instagram at 4C23. As well, follow 23BC _ on Instagram, as well, as you can see a lot of his Air Jordan 15, Air Jordan 16, Air Jordan 17 collection. He is a collector of the Wilson Smith designs. Amazing person and amazing collector. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, peace.